You could call it two idiots sitting in chairs.
One. Sorry.
And a half.
If there's something we can do to make that easier for you, don't hesitate to reach out to us. We're pretty creative. We'll figure out something that might be custom just for you. We're going to be in booth 1, not because we're number 1, even though we're number 1 on the charts and number 1 in your heart. Welcome from the 605 in Allen Credit. As you can see, it's just one idiot sitting in a chair today. Joni has COVID. She spent a little time with her family in Alabama and came home sick. So it's just me. I'm sure it won't be nearly as exciting, but we'll see what we can do. A couple things we want to talk about. The NACBA conference coming up in Hollywood. Really looking forward to seeing our friends, meeting some new ones. Should be a good time. We're toying with the idea of at happy hour one night, maybe having a trivia night, just something fun and silly, very brief, 15-20 minutes. Of course, I got to have a reason to go to the bar and have a beer with my friends. So look us up in Hollywood, come see us. We might have some other exciting things to share with you at that point. So the thing I kind of wanted to talk about this week was frequently asked questions. So my whole intent with this video podcast, YouTube channel, however you want to say it, because given my age, I've been told I call it something that it isn't, so bear with me. But one of the things that I want to address always is how can we help your clients? It's not just to get to know who we are, but to make our company more efficient and to make it more efficient and more reliable for you, because it's all about reliability in our relationships. So I'm going to look at our whiteboard once in a while or at my phone to start about the questions to make sure that I think I'm addressing them correctly. So when your client first comes to us for the credit counseling, make sure they have a pretty rough idea or a good idea of their current financial situation. It doesn't need to be greatly in depth, but the more they have, the better it'll be. It'll make it much easier for them to finish the course. Provide your attorney code. Easiest thing in the world for us to make sure things get to you. We've developed that. We realize our counterparts in this industry follow a similar idea that we created, but it's really important to use that attorney code, even if it's a client pay. That way, at a minimum, it's sitting in your attorney portal. And it makes it easier if you call up and say, hey, it's Mary Beth. Well, just about everybody knows Mary Beth's attorney code in our office because she's one of our favorites too. The other thing, make sure your client knows which course they're taking. Your clients are under so much stress and duress. We have seen the smartest people make the simplest mistakes. I've been doing this for 20 years. I did financial counseling before that. When we're under duress and stress especially from money, it amazes me how the simplest mistakes get made. So please make sure that they know which course they need to take. If they're taking the second course before discharge, make sure they have their case number. If there's something we can do to make that easier for you, don't hesitate to reach out to us. We're pretty creative. We'll figure out something that might be custom just for you, but that's okay. Fourth thing, especially when it comes to the credit counseling, you gotta follow up. If you're doing it online, chat with us. The quicker you respond to us, the quicker we can get you done. And it's not about quicker, it's about substantive interaction. But to get that substantive interaction, we got to have interaction. So please interact with us. Tell them. We're really nice people to deal with. And here's another perfect spot again. If they're struggling with the internet, just call us up. Let's get it switched over to a phone session and let's get it finished up, because it happens. People just get flustered, or connectivity is a problem for them. And then always remember, these courses are still required by the Department of Justice. We need to have that follow-up. We need to have the information as accurate as possible so that we can give them the information they need. So that's a kind of a 5 bullet points of things that we can do to improve your client's interaction with us, which will in turn improve our relationship with you. And that's the most important thing from us here at Allen Credit. On a side note, a whole thing, nothing to do with credit counseling. Last week, one of my oldest sheep that I've had, that I developed, um, in industry we'd call that I bred. I don't want anybody to take a negative connotation to that, but I've been in the sheep business for close to 50 years. And one of my favorite breeds of sheep that we run is called a polypay. It's a composite breed. It doesn't matter what the composite is. But what they're known for is out of season lambing and breeding. And typically sheep lamb once a year. But these certain genetics, and there's more than just the polypay breed, but there's certain genetics that you can get what's called an accelerated program going. So instead of having one lambing per year, you would get 3 lambings in 2 years. And it's all about total pounds of lamb that you can produce. This grandma ewe that we have has got to be close to 10 years old. She had a set of quads again the other day. And I will share the picture with Lolly and Izzy, and they will try to get it on the video. And she had 4 buck lambs, monster lambs, and she raises them. And she has done this on a regular basis. And it's just kind of cool. We'll share a picture of it with you. Lambing's about in the middle of our season right now. We've got about 8 more weeks of it before it really starts to slow down. And it's interesting. And if it's something you'd like to visit with, I'm always willing to visit sheep. We look forward to seeing you in NACBA. Hopefully next week, Joni will be back and feeling much better. And we have one more thing. What? Oh, that's a really good idea. Lolly wants me to tell everybody we're going to be in booth 1. Not because we're number 1, even though we're number 1 on the charts and number 1 in your hearts. Come see us. Please come see us. Please come see us. Thank you so much for letting me be this silliness that I want to expound upon and see how far we can go with it. Have a great day. See you in Hollywood.